Sustaining relational depth over time. Sustaining relational depth over time within a therapeutic context involves a complex interplay of psychological theories, practical methodologies, and the nuanced dynamics of human interaction. The concept of relational depth, initially developed by Mearns and Cooper, refers to a profound sense of connection that therapists and clients can achieve, characterized by mutual respect, empathy, and a shared understanding. Critical to this process is the ability to sustain this depth over extended periods, thus facilitating long-term therapeutic outcomes and fostering an enduring healing relationship. To examine this topic with the requisite analytical rigor, it is essential to delve into both the theoretical underpinnings and the practical applications of relational depth. The psychological theories that inform this concept are rooted in humanistic psychology, where the therapist's authenticity, empathy, and unconditional positive regard are paramount. These elements cannot be static. Rather, they must evolve as the relationship between therapist and client deepens and matures. A sophisticated understanding of relational depth necessitates exploring cutting-edge theories, such as attachment theory and its implications for therapeutic practice. Attachment theory posits that early relationships with caregivers shape individuals' expectations and behaviors in later relationships, including those with therapists. Secure attachment fosters a sense of safety and trust essential for relational depth. While insecure attachment styles may present challenges that require skillful navigation by the therapist. Moreover, contemporary research emphasizes the dynamic nature of relational depth, suggesting it is not a constant state but a fluctuating experience influenced by various factors, including the client's psychological state and the therapist's responsiveness. This aligns with the relational cultural theory, which posits that growth-fostering relationships are characterized by mutual empathy and empowerment. The therapist's role is not merely to provide support, but to actively engage in a partnership that promotes the client's agency and autonomy. I may pause. So 1. Practical strategies for sustaining relational depth involve advanced methodologies such as reflective practice, which encourages therapists to continually assess their engagement and adapt their approach to meet the evolving needs of the client. Reflective practice is grounded in Schoen's model of reflection in action, which involves critically analyzing one's interventions during the therapeutic session and adjusting them as necessary. This iterative process ensures that the therapist remains responsive to the client's cues, fostering a sense of being understood and valued. Additionally, the application of mindfulness techniques can enhance the therapist's presence, a crucial component of relational depth. Mindfulness fosters an attuned awareness of the present moment, allowing therapists to remain fully engaged with their clients and responsive to their emotional states. This heightened presence facilitates a deeper connection and reinforces the client's perception of being genuinely heard and understood. Comparative analyses of competing perspectives reveal differing emphases on the role of structure versus spontaneity in sustaining relational depth. Some practitioners advocate for a structured approach, where consistent therapeutic frameworks provide a stable environment conducive to relational depth. Others emphasize the spontaneous, emergent nature of therapeutic interactions, arguing that rigid structures can hinder genuine connection and responsiveness. Exploring these differing viewpoints highlights important methodological critiques. While structured approaches offer predictability and safety, they risk becoming formulaic and detached from the client's unique experience. Conversely, wholly spontaneous methods may lack the reliability needed to foster a secure base for therapeutic exploration. An integrative approach that balances structure with flexibility may offer the most effective pathway for sustaining relational depth. Emerging frameworks, such as the polyvagal theory, provide novel insights into the physiological underpinnings of relational depth. This theory, developed by Porges, emphasizes the role of the autonomic nervous system in social engagement and communication. Understanding the client's physiological states and their impact on relational dynamics can inform therapeutic interventions that promote safety and connection, thus sustaining relational depth. Case studies offer concrete illustrations of these principles in action. Consider a therapist working with a client experiencing chronic trauma. The therapist's ability to maintain relational depth hinges on their capacity to create a safe and trusting environment where the client's traumatic memories can be explored without fear of re-traumatization. Utilizing mindfulness and reflective practice, the therapist remains attuned to the client's needs, adjusting their approach to facilitate a sense of empowerment and agency. Pause. In a different sector, a therapist working in a multicultural context must navigate the complexities of cultural differences that influence relational depth. Understanding the client's cultural background and its impact on relationship expectations requires a sensitive, informed approach. Employing culturally competent practices, the therapist can build a bridge of understanding that sustains relational depth across cultural divides. Pause. Interdisciplinary considerations further enrich our understanding of sustaining relational depth. Insights from neuroscience, for instance, illuminate how brain functions related to empathy and emotional regulation play a crucial role in therapeutic relationships. Interdisciplinary research underscores the need for therapists to incorporate findings from adjacent fields to enhance their practice and sustain relational depth. Pause. The application of these insights extends beyond the therapeutic dyad, influencing broader societal dynamics. For instance, relational depth principles can inform organizational practices in settings such as hospitals or schools, where fostering deep connections among staff and between staff and clients can improve outcomes and satisfaction, period. As we synthesize these concepts, it becomes evident that sustaining relational depth is not a static achievement, but an ongoing process that requires continuous growth, reflection, and adaptation. The therapist's commitment to self-awareness, empathy, and responsiveness forms the cornerstone of this endeavor, ensuring that the therapeutic relationship remains a dynamic, healing partnership. Pause.